a black lie, whatever. But there are some people that you deal with, honestly, you can't believe nothing that they say. You can't believe a single word that come out of their mouth, whether you want to call them a compulsive liar or whatever. I was telling my Self-Crown VIP member this. And by the way, Self-Crown VIP is the app where I answer questions. It's the only place that I do that. Anyway, her question was, how does she rebuild trust with a man that's lied to her multiple times, but she believes that he's truly remorseful and she wants to work on rebuilding the trust. Now, my testimony, personally, is that of changed behavior, of growth, of evolution as a man. I believe in it. I advocate for it. You know, I love those types of stories. I always try to encourage that route first. But after she told me the details, I told her the exact same thing I'm gonna tell y'all. There are some men that honestly, you can't believe nothing that come out of their mouth. Is it possible they're gonna tell the truth about some stuff? Absolutely. But as you try to figure out what to believe, you run the risk of losing yourself and forgetting what reality even is because they've lied so much. Like, here's a sign. Like, again, all lies are not created equal. I don't know if y'all believe me or not, but I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. The first way you know that a man is not going to be honest with you, and you cannot believe anything that comes out of his mouth, is if he lies to himself. When a person lies to themselves, they gonna lie to everybody they come in contact with. Case in point, I had a homeboy that did this. And I'll just give you one example of whenever he did this. Now, he was fooling around on this girl, doing whatever he was doing on the side, had a side chick or whatever. I'm not here to judge, I'm on nobody's pedestal. But whenever she left him, he was confused. He was really confused. And he was fighting it like, hold on, why you gonna leave me? Da, 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 da. He showed me the text message thread. And I said, man, look, I'm not judging you. You know, we both done did our dirt. Neither of us perfect. Nobody perfect but Jesus. But you do know you cheated, right? Like, you do know you actually slept with that girl that she caught you texting and confirming that you had slept with. Now, what tripped me out was not that, you know, he was mad about losing the girl or whatever. Of course, everybody get heartbroken when they get caught up. But he was like, man, that wasn't cheating. And he, with a straight face, that wasn't cheating. I said, what do you mean that wasn't cheating? You put your penis inside that girl, bro. Like, that's cheating. He said, but I wore a condom. I said, what does wearing a condom have to do with anything? He said, well, you know, if you wear gloves and you wash your hands, did you really wash your hands? I wore a condom. We were just dancing. I kid you not. He didn't laugh. He didn't break a smile. He kept a straight face like, that wasn't cheating. That was just dancing. You can dance. I said, I don't want to talk to you about this any further. This conversation is over. Now, he did that in other situations. I'm giving y'all just one example. And eventually, we stopped being friends because I realized something. There was no point in me preaching, teaching, talking, trying to support, trying to connect or whatever with somebody that was that delusional, that much in denial. And sometimes they don't take on such a drastic or dramatic form as that, but it'd be a person that just cannot admit the truth to themselves whenever it's too painful to accept. If it makes them feel any type of shame to admit a certain aspect of themselves that's not appropriate or unacceptable, they will literally flip details around, make exceptions for themselves, have you really curious, like, dang, am I tripping? Is this really what it is? I have another story. I wasn't even gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it now. One more and then I'm gonna go. I had a roommate during the summer program that I was in. We were cool the whole 2.5 months of the program. Toward the end, something happened to my laptop, I asked to use his. And when I saved the file and I went to go get to the file, there was a compilation of just like other stuff. I was in the wrong folder, so I clicked on it real quick, just clicked on it. Didn't have no names, like numbers and stuff. What popped up was 2 men going crazy, porn, by the way. About broke the laptop. So what the is this? Addressed him about it because this was my partner. Like, we told each other just about everything. He loved women, he got women, da 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 da. I brought this to his attention. I said, hey man, you know, you gay? And the only reason why I even wanted to know is because this was contrary to the other conversations we had about the girls and this, that, and the other. He was like, nah. I was like, okay, you're not gay. Have you ever done anything like this? He's like, yeah, once. I was like, oh, so you're like curious or bisexual or something? He's like, no, I'm neither. Like, you never been? No. Okay, even as you current day watch this stuff, you're not interested, curious, or nothing? No. That's what he told me. Okay, we cannot be cool. Y'all, he's now come out the closet as who he is. He was telling people I was homophobic. Y'all call me what you want. It had nothing to do with that. I got homosexual homies. It's all good. What I don't have is people who cannot keep it real with themselves about what's going on. Now, his is a little bit different because of society's pressure and how, they get attacked and stuff like that. But at the time, I just saw it as a person that wasn't willing to live in his truth. He wasn't to keep it real. And if he can't keep it real with himself, I don't know what he tells me and what it was ever going to be a lie. I don't want to be around people like that, whether friends or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So when you're dealing with somebody and they can't keep it real with themselves, I don't care if it's your friend, your mama, your sister, your boyfriend, or your husband. You know they're going to lie to you. You can't trust nothing that come out of their mouth because nothing that they even put in their own mind can be trusted. Another way that you know you can't trust nothing that come out of a person's mouth is if they surround themselves with yes men or yes women, people who support the lie, people who enable the lie. When you got a whole lot of yes men around your man, whenever y'all have some type of conflict, he go to them, all he gonna do is feel more emboldened in the wrong idea he already had before. When the man surrounds himself around men that need him, depend on him, or people that coddle him, that never are willing to really check him, you're dealing with somebody who created an ecosystem to support their own delusion. So they're never gonna keep it real with you. And one more way you know not to believe anything that comes out of a person's mouth is if they ante up, they increase their level of deception whenever they get found out. So here's the thing, y'all. Like, again, lies are not all created equal. I actually can stomach some level of lies. It just depends the context, because some people lie out of fear. You have some people that they're blindsided by the situation and they lie to immediately just try to avoid conflict or avoid abandonment or whatever else, right? You got some people who lie because they didn't know the consequences would hurt as much as they did. So once they feel those consequences, it's like, oh, no, I can't go through that again. I'm just going to keep it real from here on out. You got some people who lie because they didn't fully think through the situation and consider the details. So how they understood it, how they pieced it together was ultimately just not truthful, right? Those type of things, you can hold a person accountable, and in the future, you can see what they do. And a lot of times you have people who just, they improve. It's all good. They just had to get that out their system or whatever, and it's all good, so long as it's not a deal breaker. But when you have situations, and this was the Self-Crown VIP member situation, basically she had caught him by way of his text messages and stuff and his pictures in his phone that he had been fooling around. And then whenever she went back later, all text messages had been deleted, but not in the recently deleted folder. Some of y'all don't even know about that in the iPhone, the recently deleted folder. And the pictures were still in the iCloud. So what he had done whenever he had got caught up the first time is he just increased his deception. You see, this is a situation where a person loves their lies more than they love you. This ain't a situation where he was just a little scared, caught off guard, hadn't considered the consequences because he was so stuck in his ways from before, but now he wants to really choose the relationship and whatever it means to protect your heart. This is a person that says, I'm going to just try to get away with this. I'm not going to actually do better or improve myself or be better. I'm going to be unintegral. I'm going to be dishonest. I'm going to be malicious in how I operate. And with that type of person, you cannot trust anything that comes out of their mouth. Is it possible they may eventually tell the truth about something? Sure, but the price you're going to pay just to take that risk is way too great. Because what happens is you start getting manipulated. And again, you lose touch with reality. You run the risk of allowing yourself to be gaslit over years. And now you become dependent on this person who's been lying to you for years, just for you to feel some type of anchor in the world, anchor in the relationship, anchor within yourself and what you feel. Okay? And this is why you cannot deal with somebody just because they present themselves as good. Oh, he's a good man. He's a good father. He's a good employee. He has good... No, is he evolved though? Has he evolved to understand what I'm talking to you about right now? Has he evolved past those fears? Has he evolved past whatever manipulative tactics that he felt like was keeping him safe, that he had to do in order to be loved, and now knowing that he can be loved without that? Has he evolved past any of those things? Because if not, he's going to ruin you. He's going to damage you. And so as a woman, like, you're watching me right now because you're interested in things that improve you as a woman. Therefore, you are the cream of the crop. You are the creme de la creme. You are the top of the top, like you're top tier internally, character-wise, and you're only getting better. The only man that's going to be equally yoked with you is the man who's also putting in the same work and has put in the same work and continuing to. That will be an evolved man. Now, if you're just not running into these evolved men, you need to use strategies that can help you stand out to these evolved men. You ain't got to change nothing about yourself or be inauthentic. You ain't got to go looking for them. You just got to know how to attract evolved men. If you want more information on that, I did a free masterclass called Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You, where you can use these strategies that are already working for thousands of women. That link is right here. It's pinned right here down in the comments. Y'all see that link right there? It says get free access right here. Click that link, get access to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. It's also in the caption whenever you back out, or the description or whatever. But back to what I was saying, there are some men who, look, we all fall short of the glory of God. We all imperfect, and nobody been sinless since Jesus, all right? But there are certain situations where a man is not just flawed, he's effed up. He's effed up in his intentions. He's effed up in his capacity to love you. He's effed up in his mental and emotional state. He's effed up in all around. He's just effed up. He's not functional to even love. And those type of men, you cannot believe a single word that comes out of their mouth. But those are just my thoughts. I'm your internet brother trying to look out. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. Share this if you got anything from it. If you were blessed by this, bless somebody else on your timeline by sharing this message right now. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, click the link again that you see pinned right here. Click that link. Go ahead, jump over there, get access now before it comes down to the free masterclass, Secrets to Making Evolved Men Crave You. I'll let y'all be good. Peace.